Okay. So first things first, it took everything in me not to cancel this call tonight. But why I say that is I have had like a really, really crappy day and night, and I have a fever right now. But the reason why I'm doing this is because I want to show you guys the difference between discipline and motivation, because there's days where I don't want to show up for this business. Like, I'm not always, like you guys think, like positive and let's go get it every single second of the day. It's just not true for me. However, I've shown myself discipline because I know what this business can do for me. And on top of that, I want to show you guys what it means to have no excuses, because I could totally say the excuses right now, but um, I want to show you guys what it's like to not have those excuses, because I feel like a lot of times, or like lately, I've been getting a lot of texts, just to be really blunt about everything. But I've been getting a lot of texts. Let me mute everyone, Taylor. One sec. So I've been getting a lot of texts of people saying like, oh, I just had a hard day. I just don't feel good today. I had this happen in my family. I blah, 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 blah. And I get that. Crap happens. Like, I get it. More times than like I can think of have I had bad days, like with family stuff, marriage stuff, like just complete transparency. I've had crappy days. However, I put personal stuff to the side of this business. Personal stuff and business stuff don't intertwine for me. And so if you're new in this business, just know that crap will happen to you, like everyone in this business. And it's you making the decision that you're going to separate those two, right? And it's like, because it's like, if you have a regular job, just because you don't feel good, do you not show up to work? Of course not. You have to show up to work, right? You don't take a week off. And the other thing too is, if you do that, all that momentum with this business is going to go away. Like, I've seen girls like, I'm just going to take a month off because I just don't feel good right now. I've done a lot of social media and I just can't do it this month. And then the next month they try and get back their team, and it's like, you just lost all that momentum. That takes like 4 more months for that 1 month that you let go. And also, I feel like a lot of people put their load on me, to be honest. They're like, hey, I'm just not feeling good. Can you just take care of this for me? And I'm here to help you, to mentor you. Like, I love you guys, and like, I will do anything for you. I'll do team calls for your team and everything. But at the end of the day, it's your business. When I have crappy days, I don't go to Sam Gomes and say, you know what, Sam, I'm just not feeling good today. Can you just take my team for me? Because I'm just going to have a relaxing day. And I get it. When stuff happens, I put my phone on airplane mode. I go eat dinner. I go get an ice cream. I'm like, okay, I'm going to get myself back in the mood. But as leaders and as business owners, as the biggest thing as business owners, you have to understand that like business is business, personal life is personal life. Sorry, that's just my little tidbit, because I've probably had about 7 people message me saying like, today's been hard, this week's been hard, and I can't take that load for you guys. You have to be able to deal with that. That's what businesses are. That's what jobs are, is being able to put that personal stuff to the side. Anyways, getting to what I wanted to get on tonight. First thing is, I want to talk to you guys about sales real quick. So, something that was pointed out to me. So I've been like upselling a lot lately. Like, my sales are worth so much more money right now. And I think in the beginning, I was so scared of the price that I would make it the cheapest amount as I could, because I was scared that if it was too expensive that they would leave, right? And that was fine. But what I've realized is, in this business, you are the expert. You're the hair expert. They're telling you their issues with their hair, and now you get to tell them what they need to fix that problem. If they need a hair mask, but they already have 3 products, let them know that. Let them know, like, you need this full system to see the results that you need. Because I feel like sometimes we get too scared about the price. Guys, I know we think price matters a ton, but honestly, it doesn't if you show them the value in it. If price matters, it means you didn't show them the value in what they're getting. And lately, like I said, like, I was on a phone call for a VIP, and she was giving me her credit card info over the phone, and she was telling me about her curls, and I already had her on a shampoo. I was giving her the Nourish Duo, right? And so then on top of that, I'm like, what do you style your hair with? And she's like, oh, I use like a cream. And I was like, we actually have a curl cream that I think would work really well. Like, it's better to have all Monat products. And she's like, oh, okay. Like, do you suggest that or this? So I was telling her what I suggest. And then she was like, yeah, like, said something about her daughter, and I was like, we actually also have a junior line. Like, if you wanted to get it all together and bundle it, you'd get a huge percentage off. And she's like, oh my gosh, yes. So I upsold her from 3 products in the sale to the whole junior line. So now we're at 6 products, and then the curl cream, now 7 products. And it wasn't like I'm trying to like make all this money off of her upseller. I truly believe that she needs the curl cream to get the full effect, right? Same thing when I recommend the dry shampoo or I recommend the hair mask. But what I'm trying to say to you guys is, you're the expert. You tell them what they need. You know, you let them know what combination of stuff they need. Stop worrying about price. If price is really an issue, you can drop one of the products, but let them know, like, okay, if you're really looking for hair growth, if you have balding spots because of postpartum, you really need the intense spray. You need this shampoo and you need this conditioner. And if she says, I use dry shampoo every day, you tell her, and you need probably the dry shampoo since you're using that all the time. I think when you do that, you're going to get bigger sales. They're going to see you as the expert. They're coming to you and asking you what they need. That's what they're doing. So it's our job to really tell them what they need. Don't be like, oh, you know, I'm just not going to tell them about the mask. It's too much money. Like, you don't know what their bank account looks like. You don't know what they can afford. Like, don't worry about that. They need help with their hair. That's what your job is. That's your sole purpose, is to help them with their hair. If they need all 5 products, you better recommend all 5 to them. And I've been doing that with everyone lately. And another girl last night that I had a sale with, she got shampoo, conditioner, whatever. And then she was like, do you have any like hair oils? I was like, actually, yeah, we have this Rejuvenique oil, whatever. And she's like, okay, like how much is it? And you guys know $84 is, you know, upping the price by a lot. And so I showed her that. And then I said, you know, I was like, I know it's a little bit more. This is why I recommend it. This, and this. You're telling me you struggle with this. You're going to use it for this. And she's like, honestly, I trust you. Whatever you say I need is what I'm going to get. So I really want you guys to change that perspective of trying to always make it cheap for people and really just make it like, what solution do they need? What products do they need? I've been doing a lot of sales calls, like VIPs over the phone. That's really been working for me. And I get to tell them through the whole process. Like, they're asking you like what styling products they need, what shampoo and conditioner. And sometimes we do deal with college students that are really broken. Like, yes, that try and find them the cheapest bill at that point. But honestly, you are finding them the cheapest. By her getting 4 products instead of 3, she actually only spent $20 more and she got the oil. So it's just like, I actually did save her more money, if that makes sense. So anyways, I want you guys to take this new perspective with sales and with, not even sales, but just like with helping people, is like, you need to tell them all the things that they really need instead of just trying to make it cheap for them. My husband really pointed that out to me too, because I was like, oh yeah, I'll just get her these 2. He's like, but then you say she needs that. And I was like, yeah, but the price. And he was like, Steph, like, you're the expert. She's asking you what she needs, so tell her what she needs. And she totally was like, yeah, if that's what I need, great. So anyways, that's the first thing that I wanted to hit on. And then number 2, okay, let's see. Where is it? Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about too is objection. So I've done a call like this with, you know, my husband, right? But I really wanted to hit on this because I want to let you guys know, like, objections are going to come. Like, this is going to take the difference between an okay salesman, recruiter, Monat market partner, like, to an amazing one, is how well you can get through objections. If you don't know how to get through objections really good, you're going to stay at this like mediocre level because you're just waiting for people to give you their credit card and say yes. You know, a really good person in this business knows how to get through it and still get them, you know, the products for the business, right? Because a lot of people are going to have objections. I honestly, every phone call, every text, I expect an objection. I expect that they're going to tell me they don't have time. I'm going to expect that they tell me that they're scared. And sometimes we roll over that. Like, we're like, oh, okay, never mind. Just let me know when you feel like it's good for you, or let me know when time is better, or whatever. It's like, no. That's like a barrier that you need to get over, right? And yeah, sometimes I can't get over these. Sometimes really, like, that's the end of it. However, at least I tried to get over it. So, example, like, I don't have time. You know, that's when you ask them, you know, what's your schedule look like day to day? And then you say, you know, I really like, for every objection is the feel, felt, found. I use this for everything, guys. Every time you guys send messages in the group message and text, like, and you're like, what do I say here? Like, my automatic thought to everything is feel, felt, found. I never want people to feel like I'm arguing with them. Like, if they're like, I just don't have time. I'm like, well, we can all make time for what we need. Like, that puts it into like, I'm telling you that you're wrong, and they get like upset, and then they get more like defensive and not like, they don't feel like you're on their side. So that's the opposite of what you want to do. So when people tell me literally any objection, first thing I say, I totally feel you, girl, blah, blah, blah. Like, I will relate to them hardcore. If they say time, I'm like, I feel you. So many girls in this business have, multiple jobs. Like, life is busy. Like, I get that. So at that point, they feel like I'm connecting with them and I understand them and I'm not going against what they just said. Then they kind of open up more for my next statement. Then I'll say like, feel, felt, found, right? So I felt that too, like I'll say that, like, I've totally felt that. Let's say it's money. I'm like, I feel you on that. I didn't have money when I started. And then I go to the found. So I'm like, however, what I found though, is that we all have about an hour a day, even if it's 15-minute chunks throughout the morning, the afternoon, and nighttime. Or, we have an hour a day just by waking up earlier. Like, if we want something to happen, we can make it happen. I know for at least myself, that's how it works for me. Or money-wise, I say, I totally feel you. Like, I didn't have money, but what I found to be true is like, if I want something, I'll go find the money. If I want the Lululemon leggings, I'll figure out how to get my Lululemon leggings. If I want the Target rug, I'm going to get the Target rug. I'll put it on a credit card. Like, I'll make it happen. So at that point, I'm always bringing it back to me. Like, I will not, because the second you're more like, but you do have time, blah, blah, blah. Like, that is more like attack mode. When you bring it to you, like, I totally feel you, when I blah, 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 it's like more on you. Their story, they can connect that back to them and say, oh yeah, you're right. So I really want you guys to practice objections. Like, I want you to get with an upline or, get with your upline. And I would do a role play, to be honest with you. I would have them hit you with every objection, and I want you to see how you get overcome every single one of them. I don't have time. I don't want to be spammy. I don't want to be salesy. It's just not a good time for me right now. My husband said I shouldn't do it. All of those, you should know how to roll over super easily. The reason why my potential calls go so good, it's not because they're just like, yep, I want it, and here's my credit card. That is not why they go good. They go good because I can roll over objections super easily and show them how to think more rationally. Because to be honest, women think emotionally. They get scared, they get fearful, and they're like, no, I don't want to do it. They put up barriers because they're scared. That's how just women are. We're sensitive. Men are more rational thinking and women are more emotional thinking. It hurt my feelings. I don't want to do it. I'm scared what people are going to think of me. And so you have to bring them back to like thinking more rational of what this business could be for them. So, I want you guys to write down every objection you've gotten and how you would get over it. That's my number one tip. That's how I learned this business. Dallin, my husband, would literally quiz me. Like, he would role play with me. Like, he'd be like, okay, and he'd throw every objection at me. And I have to be able to smoothly get over it and still make him feel good, like I was listening to him, and get to the next thing, So do it with your boyfriend, do it with your husband. Like, I'm not kidding, guys. Like, that's going to take you from an average market partner to an amazing market partner, is how you get over that and how you have confidence and how you take control of the call. If they're the ones controlling the call and asking all the questions and putting you on the pedestal and like attacking you and like whatever, it means you don't have control of this call. You don't have confidence. When you're the one doing it and you're the one like asking them the questions and they're the one on the pedestal, that's when you know you're controlling the conversation. And that you can instantly like create a relationship with them, create a friendship with them, and that makes these objections way easier as well. Does anyone have questions on the objections part, like how to get over these? If you have any specific ones that I can help you with on how I'd get over it, you can put them in the chat and I'll like show you really quickly how I'd get over it. If you don't, then I'll move on to the next part. So the next thing I wanted to just really quickly hit on is leading a team. And like, this would take me all night to go over. So I'm just going to go over a couple like key parts that I've learned about leading a team And I want to make this call as quick as possible, so I don't want to take you guys' whole night. But honestly, leadership isn't cute. Like, it's not pretty. It's not fun. Like, to be honest, like that's just the reality of it. It's the most rewarding role you can have, but it's also the hardest role you can take on. That's why a lot of girls don't like to recruit, because they know it comes with a lot of responsibility and accountability. You know, it's like you have to show up for your girls. My husband doesn't think it's a good idea for me to start this business. So I'd say, why does he feel that way? And then I want to get like more of the detail. So this is me putting them back on the pedestal. So I don't feel like I'm attacked. I'm just like, oh yeah, okay, yeah. So what I'd say is like, I totally feel you. My husband was a little hesitant as well, you know, and what he came to find out was that I had a lot of fun doing it. I brought in extra money. What husband wouldn't want their wife to bring in extra money and be able to spend more time with him? It was a win-win for both of us. But tell me, what are some of his hesitations? And let me see if I can help you out with them. That's what I'd say to that one. How do you deal with chatty, where they talk about anything and everything except what you ask them? I just ask more direct questions. Like, if they were chatty, like, I'll just, you know, be their friend, whatever. And then I'll say, like, you know, do you feel like you have any hesitations with the business? Or, like, what would be the most valuable part about having this business? Is it more the flexibility you're looking for? Is it more whatever? How do you deal with, I don't want to be that girl, and the stigma of MLM? So what I would say to that is, I'd be like, once again, I totally feel you. You know, when I heard about the business, I was like scared too of like being that girl. But what really attracted me to it was that they did it different from every other online company. They were themselves. They still talked about their lives. They really just shared what they were using and the results that they were seeing. And it was something that I could see myself doing. I share stuff with my friends and family all the time. And if it's something that I believe in and I know would help them, then I feel like I'd be doing a disservice by not sharing it. And if I can make extra money while doing that, it's even better. The stigma of MLM, I just really say, like, like I said, I'll call them out. I'm like, what do you feel like is the negativity around MLM? Like, I'll ask them, you know, and then whatever they say, I'll debunk that. Let's say they say, I just don't like how people make money off of other people. And I'll say, okay, do you feel like at your job that your boss makes money off of you, off the revenue you bring in every day? Yes. Do you feel like I'll just ask open-ended questions. I'll be like, I'll usually do the Subway analogy like I do all the time, but I'm like, you know, if I worked at Subway, my boss's boss, like, there's a manager, there's a regional, then there's a CEO. It's like me making the sandwiches. Am I ever going to be the CEO? Probably not, you know? And the cool thing about this business is you can make that kind of money. You can rank or make more money than the person that brought you into this. And that wasn't a possibility in the corporate. Like, I was never going to be the one flying the jets and be the CEO, you know, and I'd be working on their schedule. And it's because they decided to be that girl, you know. They started the company because they decided to be that person, and now I work for them, right? But in this business, you are the business owner. You make what you want to make. So I hope that answers your question. But I feel them. Like, I tell them, like, I totally feel what you're saying. Like, I get that. Like, I relate to that hardcore, and I felt that. However, what I found is that this was way different from anything out there. And let me tell you why. And then I'll ask them an open-ended question after that. Hey, if anyone has any more, you guys can bring them in. But then, okay, back to leadership for a second. So also, I wanted to tell you guys, so after listening to like Erica Scheffer and just like a bunch of podcasts and stuff, I realized like a good leader isn't always being friends with everyone. And like, I feel like you guys are my family. I feel like I'm friends with all of you. However, I also feel like I'm doing you a disservice when I don't lead you the way that you should be led. Like, I don't challenge you. I don't call you out when I see things that could really up level your business that you're not doing. And one of the things that's wrong is, like, you know, we go to our upline. We're like, oh my gosh, my team sucks. They do this, blah, blah, blah. This girl, her posts suck. And the problem with that is you should be addressing that girl about what those issues are. Telling me does nothing for you, you know? And I'm not saying that you shouldn't get advice from your upline, but what I am telling you is that as leaders, you need to be able to have those real and raw conversations with the girls on your team. You need to be able to call them up and say, hey, how are you doing? See how they're doing, and say, hey, like, are you available for feedback? You know, are you okay with me telling you what would really take your business to the next level? And if they say okay, that's kind of the open door to be real and raw with them on, hey, like, I know you said you wanted to make this much money, but you don't show up on the calls. And like, spit facts. You don't need to be like, you suck, you're lazy, you're post or whatever. Like, those are all opinionated things. It's more facts that come out of this. It's, hey, like, I know you told me you wanted this from this, but I don't see you showing up. You don't post consistently, and you're not going to get the results that you're looking for with those habits, you know, and walk them through it. Ask the hard questions. And I think as a leader, guys, like, I have really struggled with this. I never want to hurt people's feelings. I never want people to think I'm being mean. Like, Stephanie doesn't understand, I'm going through a lot, you know, blah, blah, blah. Like, you know, like, she's insensitive to me. Like, and I understand that. However, I feel like a lot of you could be way further in this business if I did have those tough conversations with you about what it would take. Same thing for me. I wish I had someone that would call me and say, Steph, like, these are some things you need to change. And if that would give me the director, I'd be so thankful for them. You know, like, I'd be like, thank you for telling me what I was doing wrong. And I think we're always like, yeah, give me the feedback, give me raw, real feedback. But then when it comes down to you, like, actually you, like, you're not showing up, you've had a hard day, and I call you and let you know, like, hey, it comes down to this. It doesn't matter if you've had a hard day. If you still have to show up for your job, you feel attacked and you feel triggered. And you're like, Stephanie's so mean, you know, whatever. And I've never had this happen, by the way. I'm just, like, giving you guys an example. But I really want to tell you guys, like, I am going to be changing that about my leadership. I really hate that I am more of a friend than a leader. Like, I want you guys to all succeed. And by me being so nice and not having the real conversations with you, I feel like I'm holding you back from so much more in this business. And so as you guys are leaders as well, stop complaining to other people about your girls being lazy, about them not showing up, and go have that real conversation with them. No, you don't need to be mean. No, you don't need to attack them. It's all about how you phrase it and how you say it. But by always, like, walking on, like, eggshells, you're never going to get to, like, what they need to up level, right? Like, a lot of times lately I've been messaging, some of you guys have probably seen me message. I've messaged you guys on your stories and said, hey, you should really fix this. Hey, this would look a lot better if you did this. And, like, yes, maybe you get sensitive and, like, that hurts your feelings, but it's like, I care more about you succeeding and getting the money you want out of this business than, like, you always feeling good, you know? And so it's been cool. This week I've actually had a lot of real conversations with people, and I think it's honestly been working so much better. So my tip for you guys as leaders is to step into that leader position now. Like, yes, you're your girl's friends. Yes, you want to connect with them and love them. But you don't love them if you're not having these real conversations. And so by listening to that Often Ambitious podcast, Aggressive versus Assertive, I think. By listening to them, I realized that I wasn't having enough real conversations. It was more fluff. You're doing great. You're blah, blah, blah. Like, I was always trying to pump you guys up, which is awesome. And I do think as leaders, you need to do that. But it's also, it's having the tough conversations that you don't want to have, and, like, holding people accountable to what they say they want out of this and what they say they're willing to put in. So at the beginning of the month, I always get, like, the hoorah, like, yes, we're going to go so hard this month. We're going to put in all of our effort. We're going to throw events. We're going to post every day. I'm doing 5 IGTVs. Like, I've heard all of this, and then I don't see you show up, right? And so it's my job to hold you accountable to that, but also your job to hold yourself accountable to it and to not complain that things aren't working out for you in the business if you're not showing up. Like, you don't deserve the VIPs if you haven't posted a single thing about hair stuff or your hair, and you haven't showed your face. You don't deserve the big paychecks if you're not on the team calls, if you're not talking to your girls one-on-one, if you're not having these real conversations with them. It's like, it's really sad to, like, or, like, I don't know, it's kind of hypocritical to want that out of this business when you're not giving that same energy into it, you know? And just like when girls join the business too, is let them know what you expect of them and what they should expect of you as a leader. And don't leave your girls hanging. please, oh my gosh, I've seen too many people do that, is they join the business, life gets hard, and they say, hey, can you take care of my girls? Hey, can you blah, blah, blah? Like, I get that, life gets hard, but they joined you. They paid money to join you and your mentorship. Don't leave them hanging. And then try and think of some other things to really help you guys with leadership. That's a huge part of this business. You can do your own sales all day, but if you can't lead people, you'll go nowhere in this business. So just a couple other things is you have to be the hardest worker in the room. That's like number one. You got to press live when you don't want to. You got to do what you're telling your girls to do. If you tell them to reach out to 5 people a day, you better be reaching out to 5 people a day. If you tell them to go live, you better be going live. If you tell them to do IGTVs, like you better do 2 times as much of what you told your girls to do. That's the kind of leadership that you want. And for your girls to see that, it's like they see like Steph, I'm just going to give you an example. Like Steph showed up today. Like I need to show up today, because it's really hypocritical to tell your girl to show up if you haven't even showed up, you know, or to tell them to get on the call and then you're not on the call. So, or to tell them to step up as leaders, but you're not leading any trainings. You're not doing any training calls, you know, you're not working on your own personal development. So any questions on leadership, guys, like anything at all, like you've been struggling with your team, you want to know about something, anything like that. Because like honestly, when I respond to you guys, when you guys need help on like what do I say here, what do I do here, the reason why I know what to say and what to do is because I'm watching a training video every single day. To this day, 1 year and 3 months into this business, I have watched a training video every single day for 1 year and 3 months. Like I am never too good for a training video. That's why I know what to say to you guys, you know, that's why I know how to help you. I listen to personal development every single day. I work on myself. I fail more than times than you know, so that I know what worked and what doesn't work. So I can help you guys, you know. Anyways, if there's any other questions on objections, leadership, sales, how to upsell, how to get over price, anything like that, you can put that in the comments real quick and I'll try and answer it as best as possible. Other than that, how do you help girls who told you from the beginning that they don't have much time and they barely ever post? So that comes in the like you can't push people harder than they want to be pushed. So that's why in the beginning, that first phone call, you ask them how much money they want to make. You ask them what they want to get out of this business. If they only want to make $200 a month to pay for their nails and hair, don't push them further than that. You know, that's your job as a leader, is knowing how to lead each one of your girls. If they're a go-getter and they're like, no, I want to make thousands of dollars, like I really want this, you can hold them more accountable because they said that they wanted that. If they don't have much time, they barely ever post, I mean, you can call them and do a one-on-one and say, hey, how are you doing? And then say, you know, like, would it be worth it to you to make $500 a month if it took posting more? Like, would you be able to do it? And if she says yes, then figure out a game plan and work on that. But if she says no, like I only want to make $100 a month and that's all I want out of this, then don't push them more than that, because they don't want more than that, you know? Like, you have to figure out what they want out of this business. And the last thing that I'll say to you guys is, first off, this month has been insane. You guys should all like give yourselves a round of applause. These numbers are crazy to me. Like, so many people are leveling up. So many people are hitting new ranks, new goals. Like, I want everyone on this call to be one of those people. And with the skincare line, like, that's double what PV you had, double what GV you've had. You know, skincare is a whole new market. I've been selling a ton of skincare and it's been amazing. You guys have so much at your fingertips. It's just utilizing all the tools that you have, doing the post, showing up, you know. And when you do that, like, you're going to see that your business is going to skyrocket. Like, the I thought I had another message. The consistency is all going to come back to you. I promise you. Like, last month I was so consistent. The month out, I've been consistent because I started this business, but that consistency is really happening for me right now. Like, months ago of consistency is paying off right now. So sometimes we don't see that consistency pay off in the moment, but it will pay off if you don't give up. I promise, guys. Like, this business is solely like, did you give up or did you not give up? That is literally what will take you from success and not being successful at this. So work on the skills you need to work on. Be resourceful. Like if you're not good at leading, if you're not good at sales, if like whatever you're not good at, like don't wait on your leader to ask you like, hey, do you need help in this area? Like go figure it out. Go watch the podcast, you know, go watch the training call. You know, all the times I'm reading books on sales. I'm listening to podcasts on it. Like I work on what I struggle with. Like right now, I want to get better at MPs. You know, I was awesome at that in the beginning. I'm not as good right now, and I'm awesome at VIPs right now. I'm like, I need to get back at the beginning of where I was really good at that. So I'm going to work on that. So today I've watched a training video on Market Partners. So it's like, it's being resourceful and figuring out what you need. Other than that, I'm really proud of you guys. Like seriously, this month is insane. Like I know I just gave you a ton of like whatever, but it's because I want you guys to get better and better. I want you guys to up level even more. I want you guys to be making 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 a month. I want you to get what you want out of this business. And that comes from me challenging you and being real with you. So get ready for a very real and raw Steph. I hope you guys are all available for feedback, because that's what I'm going to be giving you. And let's not be the sensitive people. Let's take it as like a loving thing, and like I'll say it as nice as I can. But it's because I want you to get what you want out of this business. I don't want you guys to be sitting there. Either way, if I don't give you tough love, eventually you'll quit because I didn't help you get better. I didn't help you get better, and then you're not going to make money, and then you're going to quit. But I could give you the tough love. You could get better, and you could, you know, skyrocket in this business. And, you know, no matter what, like, if you don't do it, they will fall off. And the people that you do, you really do challenge and that take that and take it to heart and use what you say, those are the people who are going to skyrocket with you. I've loved the feedback when I get feedback because I really implement all of it. So yes, I will be giving you all of that. I love you guys. Thanks for hopping on tonight. And enjoy your dinner with Kyle. Seriously, thanks guys. And let's level up as leaders. Let's show our girls like how it's done, so that they can be leaders for their girls too. Let's be real. Let's be raw. Let's stop the drama. Stop, like, I say gossip, it's not really gossip, but stop complaining to other people about your team or your girls and focus on just helping them and having those real conversations with them in the best way possible and challenging them and helping them up level. So if you do that, you're going to see your business skyrocket. Let's work on sales. Let's work on making sure they get over price and knowing how to stay confident in that. And then objections, work on that. Role play, figure it out. Like if you don't know how, you can ask me, like, how would you respond to this? And I would totally help you. But on phone calls and texts and everything, it is crucial that you know how to get through those. You will literally you'll go from someone that recruits 1 to 0 people a month to 10 if you know how to get over the objections in the right way. Let's step it up on our posts too. Like I think they've been great. Honestly, I don't have complaints on our posts. They have been amazing. But, you know, like, I really want you guys to think of what people need. What do they need from you? You know, as if they're looking into this business, what would they need to hear from you to want to join? VIP wise, what would they need to know to want to buy the products? Like I really want you to be thinking about the consumer and what they would need and what they would need to see, and stop thinking about like what you want to post. Like think about what they need, and your sales, your market partners, like it will like the numbers will just go up so high if you start focusing your energy on them instead of yourself and money, and just like, how can I help as many people as I can today? Okay, well, thanks for hopping on. Hope you guys have a good night.